Hello? Mm. Hello, X-Links. God, this shirt is so tight on me. Hello, Nintendo for life. Hello, Mimoski. Hello, everyone. I was working on a bunch of minor optimizations and on my to-do list this week. We got quite a few fixes done. I also finished my next video, and then I finished another half a video after that. So we have 2 videos coming soon. I'm being giga productive.
Cause why do you keep DMing me?
Hello? Beta, why do I keep DMing you? I DM you in response to your DMs, okay? Don't pin this on me. You were gonna last week, I missed a few streams. We were working on the Overworld programming. I don't think I can show you any of it because, well, there's certain unlocks you need to do to actually see it. You can kind of see the outline of the boo here. I'd be extremely impressed if anyone could tell she was here. I think I'll make her a slight bit less transparent. You're bad, true. Feel ashamed, idiot. Poetries, that's her name. I don't think, yeah, because you want to make a Minecraft mod? Seems reasonable. Well, what the fuck is that? That's today's episode. More programming for the Overworld. This seems like a good transparency level. It's like you can kinda tell something's there, but you don't know what it is. That's very mysterious. And there's also a good chance you miss it. These don't times I really should make a video about it. I made that video today? Is that the joke? So we lost. Oh, right, we were at Dory. We need to make Dory be locked to the floor with an anchor. And then after you beat the first Bowser level, she's free. So what's the best way to chain her to the floor? Do we just put a chain and an anchor around her? I think that might work. Let's do it. Who is DMing me? I have not allowed this. It is Hub Boy. Midstream, unbelievable. Any OST wishes for today? Hello, Marai the Human. My man, you're the best one. Thank you. So she is going to be chained to the floor at first until you free her. Do OST. You know what? I want city music. That's what I'm in the mood for. We need like an anchor. Do we have an anchor anywhere? We have some in course 5. Let's use those. Your next Edward DIY? Well, the game is slowly getting done. We have all 15 main courses now in the game and programmed, and now we're working on the overworld. Dude, Marty has been working on a side level this whole time, and it's looking so cool. Look at this. Very cool art style. It's a very elaborate level. Should be possible to finish all my ROMX in time. Well, if you do something like Mario 64 Madness 100% without save states, maybe not. That one's pretty difficult to do. Hello, Asko. Ugh. What's missing for part 2? Only this part here. The rest is done. Dang, everything on the 3, that's a lot. Did Mario Madness 1 say that I said like time saving ones that don't make it easier? Does that really count? Time saving one? How do you discern between which save state saves you time versus which one makes the game easier? Because if you think about it, if you can get something 1 out of 1,000 times, then making a save state after that thing only saves you time, because you know you can get there. So really, there's no difference between save stating only when it saves you time and save stating every single time. It really is the same thing. Is that the new model that you didn't make? What are you talking about? Inertia is pretty fun. I like it too. Or is it you organize a playtest with other people for emote? It usually doesn't take long. So usually the way that playtests work is I just message the people that have filled out the beta test application form If you didn't know, there's a whole application form for beta testing right here. I'll post it in chat. And if you fill it out, then you're recorded as a response, and I might call on you for a beta test. This might be the final Dory version. I will not guarantee it, but I also have not planned any changes to it. Oh, hi, up in the water story here. The floor is somewhat flat, so maybe we can do something like this. Yeah, we're trying not to use the modern art style. We're just trying to get the best out of the N64. Five, 7, 4. Yeah. So it should be kind of here. So she's just gonna be tied down with an anchor and gonna be unable to move. And then after you beat the first Bowser level, Yoshi frees her and rides on her back. Ugh. What do I think about 64 DS? I hate it. Well, actually, that's a lie. I don't hate it. But man, I need my analog controls, please. That's the song. This is silly cat music. Yeah, we're not doing random stuff like that, Jordan. There is a very clear purpose to Dory being here. And that is to get you to the other side of the overworld. I remember that. I remember using that. I think Scallock sent me one like that, but I don't think he ever made it public. Probably I used someone else's. So I mean, probably the now published one is someone else's. So I don't know if he ever made this public. I don't know what I said. Someone leveled up on YouTube chat? What the fuck does that mean? Me when I level up the stairs that seem to go on forever? Acha-cha, acha-cha. We're in Metal Mart. I mean the song. Oh. Lame. He doesn't get it. Chat, he doesn't know. He lacks information about some obscure video game. Is the music from Unfunny How to Make Snuff Not Scary video? Okay, but FNAF was never scary to begin with, unless you are like 12 years old. The only thing scary about FNAF is how fucking boring the game is. Sorry. I'm sure there's some FNAF fans out there that I just offended. But genuinely, I tried playing it, and there was nothing going on, and I got bored, and I just walked away and just let the game play itself. And then I died like 10 minutes later, and I'm like, I survived 10 minutes doing nothing? How do people play this? She is chained. When did you become from Blender? 1 week. I'm sure by Ankh you don't mean me, so who is Ankh in chat? That's not in Click Team, so it's a miracle I was made with how annoying Click Team Fusion is. Huh? Hey Dory, he is going to be chained. And if you want to free her, you have to beat the first Bowser level first. Good motivation, right? This is evil. That's the point! Bowser did this. Bowser is a bad guy, bro. You're not supposed to be cheering for Bowser. You can't be like, I can't believe Bowser did this. He did an evil thing. No way. You know what I want to get into? I want to get into rage baiting people. But the social consequences of rage baiting people is just like too much. You know, it's like cheating at card games. Like, I think cheating at card games would be really fun. But also, there's social consequences to it. So, like, you can't really do it. But, like, the mini game of trying to deceive people sounds really fun. She donated to charity? That doesn't mean anything. Jeff Bezos donated to charity. You hit G 3 times, which disables or enables proportional editing. No, not proportional editing. The fucking editing mode where the UVs move with the surface. Hello, Skyloft. I think there's a version of Monopoly where you're supposed to cheat. That sounds fun. I think this is how we chain her. Watching Spaceman? The speedrunner? Spaceman? What are we talking about? A Dory escape HMC? Well, there's nothing saying there's only one Dory in the Mario universe. There's multiple Dorys, actually. There's a different level where multiple Dorys show up too. Spaceman 158. That's not even the spaceman I was thinking of. Why is there so many spacemen? Interesting space. True. Space is pretty fucking cool. If someone offered you to go on the Apollo mission to go to the moon, would you say yes? Like, you'd have to go to the moon all the way and back. Absolutely. You need hella training. Training for what? You're sitting in essentially a self-driving plane. What you gonna train for? Mission fail. Bro, if the mission fails, you're dead. What's training gonna do? Increase your survival chances from 0.1 to 0.2%? Well, yeah, you're not getting any athletic and cognitive tests. Maybe you get like a week of prepare time. And then it's off to space. passed the cognitive test. What is 13 multiplied by 23? I actually didn't think about this. Why did Dory chain up? Bowser chained her up. That's not what I meant. Oh. Wait, so what do they test in the cognitive test? Will you go insane if we leave you in a room by yourself for a week? Okay, you don't need to know a multiplication table to do that. Think about it. Okay, 13. I'll show you how to do it. This is a math problem. This is only trouble if you don't do it. You just go 23 multiplied by 10 equals to 30, and then you 23 multiplied by 3 equals 69, then you get 299. It is indeed that simple. Use your knowledge and problem solving skills. Oh. Some effectively from Metal Mario, and if you try running it for anything in your game. It's just an environment map, and yes, we use it quite a few times. More skills, you would trigonometry. I see. Trigonometry is probably useful on the space station. Okay, but you have to keep in mind, like, how long was the Apollo mission? Was it like a week to the moon? Wait, how long did they the moon? 3 days. Oh, that's like just a nice vacation. Dory is in chain for her crimes. Honestly, it's fucking crazy. Just like 3 days of straight going up. And then you have to come down too, which I guess is another 3 days. You spent 2 hours mowing the lawn today. Should I switch to a robot mower, man? Yes! I keep telling you, get a robotic lawnmower. Why are you not listening to me? Does the Netflix version let you use packed normals in your hack now? It does. People say like, oh, a mower is a luxury item, but really what you should be thinking about is, can you afford not to have a robotic lawnmower? Because think about all the time you lose from mowing your lawn that you could spend working. It's genuinely more expensive to not have a robotic lawnmower. You could be out there grinding, making Instagram shorts with AI, you know, the ones where it's like a Reddit voice reading the fake Reddit story with Minecraft gameplay, instead of mowing the lawn, and use that money to pay off the lawnmower. Maybe we're faster going down. That would make sense. Riding lawnmowers at the bare minimum. No, they are more expensive than robotic ones. And they make more work for you. And you have to pay money to maintain them with gas and stuff. They're just an all-around worse deal. It did not break down. The robotic lawnmower remains amazing. No collision data to export? That would do it. will be pinging me? Hello, Stefan Auris. I'm live once a week, so you can see me work on this live a lot, if you would like. It's annoying. Pool cleaner? I was really about $500. Dang. Yeah, pools are expensive as fuck to run. I mean, the cleaner maybe is $500, but you probably also pay like $500 every 2 or 3 months in just keeping the pool warm. So really, you have bigger problems than that. That's the one reason I will not get a pool, just the running cost. Unless I am really fucking rich. If I'm ever rich, I'm getting a pool. But like, I need to be super rich. Actually, the first thing I would buy if I got rich is a bigger robotic lawnmower that can do my whole property. That'd be so cool. Oh yeah, are you guys seeing the new water VFX? You like it? Do you like it? I fixed it. He's chained and angry. And the thing is below water. That's a problem. Below the thing. The thing is below the thing. I did say that. That's a nurse, but I don't know if you consider that rich. Maybe he's not rich, maybe he's just bad with money. You know, people that are bad with money and people that are rich, they live pretty similarly. Hello, Daily Delphox. It is Mario time. I've heard somewhere that doctors are like the people that earn the best, but also the people that are like the worst with money. I don't know if that's true. But I have heard it. Okay, Dory is completely chained. Poor Dory. How do I open the level giving menu again? Yeah, I programmed the save file editor into this thing here, and I need to give myself the bullseye level thing so we can test if Dory gets unchained. I really don't like that Dory's chain in this game. Can you fix it? You can fix it as the player. Okay, I intended the menu to show up if you press L and R in the same frame, but it's clearly not working. Oh. That's why. Okay. I know what's wrong. Okay. So... which one's the Bowser level? I'm just gonna give myself all these stars. Okay, so recording myself from doing this so much? No. I mean, I definitely had dreams about coding in Mario 64, but honestly, dreams are very rare for me nowadays. Okay, yeah. The save editor worked. See, Bowser is now broken. And the ghost here should now be somewhat visible. It is not. That's a problem. That's a bug for sure. And Dory is working too. In her own special way. Let's see what went wrong with... Oh! Right, because I needed all the stars here. Mario's head is bouncing. So Dory's animation bugging out is entirely intentional. It's because there is no second animation here yet. That's good. That means it's all working right now. Perfect. Now for Dory, the way I had this envisioned is that once she's unbound, there's a Yoshi on her back, and the Yoshi is riding her, and she is going around here to help you go to the other side of the overworld. So we should put like a location for her to hang around. This is what we'll do. So both you and the Yoshi are riding her? Yes. You know what? We should just copy this from the normal Dory. Why the fuck not? If she at least goes in circle, you should have her speed up when she's not near one of your stops for convenience. Yep, she does that. Hello and Snickers. Is he hitting ROM size limit? Well, there's actually a very good reason I'm hitting ROM size limit. And that is if you look at my build folder here. So yes, the ROM in total is exactly 60 megabytes, but 46.3 of those megabytes is just sound samples. Yep, KakiDev is right. So really there's only 13.7 megabytes of game and 46.3 megabytes of audio. Like it's all this stuff here that's taking a shit ton of data. We managed to compress audio, it will be okay. Yeah, so there is an idea to compress audio that the people in the Dragon had, which I think would compress it by something like 8 nines. Right, so like an 11% reduction. That would instantly get us 4 megabytes, which would be like super, super good. Right, she is now going around. Still need to export more animations here. You know what? I'm just going to use the swim animation for both action zeros here. Oh, she wasn't animating at all. No surprise. Yes, 4 megabytes. Well, a little more than megabytes, right? You have to take 46.3 minus 46.3 multiplied by 8 divided by 9. 5.1 megabytes. If that's the compression rate. But you know what I would do with those 4 megabytes? I would just put in more music. So all you're gaining from that is like slightly better audio quality in one level. Like, I am not worried about hitting the ROM limit. If we ever get close to hitting the ROM limit, I'm just going to go and reduce the sample rate of an unimportant song from 32,000 to 22,000. Or maybe transcribe a song into MIDI. Like, it's just going to be a little bit more work for me, or slightly lower audio quality in the final game. It is not going to be a big deal. But audio compression techniques would be the most valuable thing right now in terms of ROM size. Yeah, if we can gain those 5 megabytes without ruining the audio quality. The music for X, Badoop does. What the fuck? Why is she stuck in the mountain? God, that cod's annoying me. She escaped the mountain, but that doesn't help her. Interesting. How come? Did I export this level? I hope I did. If not, then how is it not crashing? Nessie. I like Nessie for her, not Dory. That's how she's called in a German one, I'm pretty sure. Well, obviously the N64 can do whatever you want. It's just gonna take a little longer. And I don't like how this old code look. Are we copying the move jar? We were not. Sunset, he wants you to play Mario Sunshine instead of watching the stream. Yeah, the N64 does have basically no audio hardware. She keeps staying around here. What did I do wrong? That's not even the 0 point. That's just some random point here, no? Why would she be interested in this point? Yeah, true, excellent gamer, but this is still a pretty early version, so we're not trying to get the best out of the graphics. This is just a guideline for what we actually want in the end. For now, we're programming the game first, and then we're maybe prettying it up. Or BLJ. I don't think she can long jump to begin with. I'm gonna try this one more time. I can imagine that Thing made some weird mistakes happen, but at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, it makes no sense to me that she's around here. Unless the random F32 around 0 function broke. Thinking. Private 0 to 4000. So 1.f is minus 0.5 to 0.5. Nope, this should be fine. But she seems to always be 2000 coordinates below the target point. Huh? Does she care about the target point at all, is what I wonder then. Hello, not Kevin. The BLJ works on RTYI, but there's no rumble. Yeah, I didn't remove the BLJ. It is too fun of a trick. Double promotion, wait. Wait, what the fuck was that? Why was there a 7 in my function name? I think I was missing this include and the GCC just did not warn me. Cool. Can't believe it. How is it possible? Why does she care so much about the stupid rock? What? Speedrunner 64. Will you make me bacon and egg breakfast? Dory is lonely. That's why she's hacking that. I know what's going on. Do you know the safe block here? The safe block spawns a star that's spinning inside, and the star is a behave static object. So she's finding that instead of the target point. I need to use a different dot actor. Yeah, so she was caring about that exclamation box. That makes a lot of sense. I don't want my breakfast, I just want to ask a really stupid question in return. I don't watch Mario 64 speedruns. This is no diss to Green Suichi, if anything, this is a praise. But he is so good at the game that I have trouble believing that it is possible that someone can be this good at the game. So like, I don't want to watch it because I feel like 10 years down the road, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he cheated. Which I don't even know how he would do that. It's just, it is so unbelievable that he's this good at the game that I refuse to believe it. That's supposed to be an accusation. I'm just saying he's way too good. Is this swimming thing so dumb? It's not dumb. It would be really cool if you ran it. I would definitely watch that. But no, speedrunning watching is just, I can't do it. It's boring. Like 90% of the time. I have watched enough speedruns. Okay, next we need to make it so that Dory, when Mario is nearby, like comes up to him and helps you get over there. Or maybe just like, if you aren't Dory, then Dory tries to make it so that you can get here. Alright, Kakedev. Good job. Since I watched you, I'm pretty excited with the new project, looking forward to it. The new project? You mean this one here? I guess it is going to be new once it's finally done. Okay. I might have forgotten to export the level. Yeah, she's not swimming in water. She's swimming in cyan soup. Special thing Bowser put in here to keep her happy. If only you wrote about it, it's the after learning on maps works. True. RTYI is now like 5 years in development, I think. It is a pretty big game now, so I don't feel bad about that. Okay, maybe she shouldn't be doing this. They should probably stop spinning once she's nearby enough. And maybe I can lower the water a little bit. The data link from Mars could help the engine development? Definitely not. I never even looked at it. It is entirely useless. Like, okay, you need to realize the code Nintendo wrote for Mario 64 is abysmal garbage. So leaked code that didn't even make it into the final game would be even more abysmal garbage. So like, you definitely wouldn't want to touch it. System files have the same code except all the names suck. Yeah. Why were we not receiving inherited velocity on here? Wait a second. We ran this function twice. Not 1,000, but maybe 658. I'm actually thinking of adding collision BVH to the engine, which would improve collision functions a fair bit. I think that is a pretty exciting prospect for the future. Right now it uses like a cell lookup thing, but I think BVH would make the whole collision a little bit faster. That actually looks so much better. Wait, I like this so much more. What about Southern BVH? Mario 64 currently uses cells, and I'm thinking of moving to BVH. I already have stuff planned out for it, how I want the BVH cells to look and stuff like that. Is there Boo theme level? There is a ghost level. Not around Boos, but around Shy Guys. Can I tell you something like that a million years ago? You told me to do array collision, which was a terrible idea. But if you want to help with PVH, I definitely need people to help me with the makefile. Or well, I don't need people, but I would appreciate people to help me with that. The collision meditation at build time instead of runtime. That's a bad idea. So you can make it more advanced. Okay, that's a good idea. Oh, but honestly, we can generate it at runtime and make it more complex. Because our load times are so small, it doesn't really matter. But yes, I would probably generate the BVH at build time, just because a good BVH is very expensive to generate. Which is going to cost a good bit more ROM, which is a problem. Let's see, it costs extra memory. That's the issue. ROM, we are kind of bottlenecked on ROM space. We don't want to waste any ROM space. Very logic across all. I don't know about that. I think for collision BVH, I calculated it's something like a megabyte. But I guess we can compress that still. Wait, I can't do that. Macement RAM space. RAM space is, we still have quite a bit. But our RAM is weirdly partitioned. I'm actually making a video right now about how much RAM Mario 64 really needed. Guesses in chat, how much RAM did you need to run Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 in 1996? Give me a number in megabyte. It currently uses exactly 4 megabytes. 2 megabytes, 2 kilobytes, 2 to 3 megabytes, 1 megabyte. Must set for megabyte. Well, I mean, for Mario 64, that's true. But yeah, it is around 2 megabytes. So around half of the RAM it actually used. I run this identity out of RAM by fitting the ROM in there too. Oh god. Honestly? In 8 megabytes? We can't do that. I mean, of course, at 8 megabytes it's actually pretty easy. In 4 megabytes, I don't want to say it's impossible, but I have my doubts about it being possible. Also, hello Thara, great to see you here. So she should be turning to the left as soon as she gets close enough. Actually, she shouldn't because I made a stupid mistake. Oh, she does turn. Actually, that makes sense. Perfect. Dory delivery complete. No, I just use all 8 megabytes. The thing is, so the RAM and Return to Yoshi's Island, the thing about RAM is the RAM has 8 segments that are each 1 megabyte, and if you access them in parallel, you get slightly faster access. So I have like the Z buffer in segment 0, and then a frame buffer in segment 4, and then 1 and 5, and 1 and 6, and 1 and 7. So that my RAM is like completely split up, very fragmented. And then between the frame buffer and Z buffers, I store data. You could, of course, compress it, but you would lose maybe 5% of performance. So we do not want that. Think of angles and hacks is crazy. Your name is Crack Hacks, what do you mean? You better think of angles and hacks. Anyway, next what we need is a Yoshi on her back that if you talk to it tells you about how he freed Dory with his mighty behind after Bowser was beaten. Ah! Almost deleted my entire code. 0xF7 makes sense. Give every colored Yoshi, like in the game or in real life. Because the answer is yes for both. We have a couple baby Yoshis, but not very many. There's one baby Yoshi that sits on your head, and yeah, it's like a grappling hook, like a mini level. The Yoshis have different powers in Overworld? I was not aware with that. Hello, Chanya Retro Computer Gaming. With VS Code. Not very committed to VS Code. This is just inertia from using it already. Although I do not know a better alternative anyway. 296. Vegetation and cool, not cool. West, they gain powers like fire breathing, wings. Oh, I thought all of them were fire breathing. Yeah, das deals heavy damage when jumps. Blue Yoshi gets wings and you can fly with it. Yoshi has fireballs and Blue Yoshi does everything that the other ones do. Oh, so Blue Yoshi is just the best one. I do not like swings. So we have a generic function for talking to Mario, do we? No, we don't. This is a generic function for offering a trade. We should make a generic talking function as well. Wait, we have that. It's just this part. Well, let's see if that works. That's a dialogue that pops up if you're trying to accept the trade but don't have the money to accept the trade. Okay, he is not sitting as intended. Is this an actual Yoshi villager and not the Dory rider? That I copied the wrong view here. Ah! It is not. How is this possible? Oh. Oh, we don't actually copy the positions. That would do it. There was a banger optimization I tried yesterday that unfortunately didn't work, which I'm very sad about. And I'm actually not entirely sure why it didn't work, because logically to me it sounded like it should be working. So, you know how you need to clear the Z buffer before you can start rendering? Most of the time the RDP does it. The RDP like writes a color image that's like the whole pixel. All of them are just like maximum depth, so that the next frame you draw, it just draws over it. And the suggestion was to split it up, so the RSP does like half of it and the RDP does the other half of it, or some percentage. So here I wrote code that makes the RSP do less and less of the work and the RDP more and more. But clearly, like if you look at the microsecond counter here, it just goes straight down. The more work I made the RSP do, the worse it got. Which doesn't make any sense to me. I thought for sure the RSP clearing a little bit would help a small bit. But no. Straight up, we just need the RSP performance at the beginning of a frame. Yes, this will be open source when it releases. This hitbox is too big. It doesn't make any sense though, the RSP being busy. I don't know. I'm still thinking I did something wrong, but I'm not sure. Of course though, the question is, why would... I mean, I guess it could be true that like literally any bandwidth the RSP uses, the RDP can't use. But I thought, like, while the RDP is drawing the pixels, the RSP can maybe slightly earlier take over the memory bus and like get an extra line in every now and then, but apparently not. Also, this is not a sit animation. Oh, because we didn't actually put the sit animation in. Was it 4? Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs a different color. Well, the RDP and the RSP always work together, but I had them work together on the same task, basically, just different parts of it. Right? Think about washing machines and doing your clothes. Maybe you need more than one load of laundry, but maybe you also have more than one washing machine. I wasn't sure how many washing machines I had, basically. But turns out, apparently, I only have one. We need more Yoshi colors. Okay, what color do we give the rider? A series from why RSP DMN so fast is the one series particular show off the basic game for a long time, unlike other games like the RSP, so it's thought to be one of the highest priority systems. So we don't actually know 100%. But it is slower in my case, is the infuriating part. So somehow what must be going on, what I'm imagining here, is that the RSP, because it is clearing the Z buffer, can't start other tasks, Or maybe because we're also sending the RSP clear comments, somehow we're using more memory traffic. I mean, I heard it helps in Zelda, so it not helping in this game is kind of extremely sad. But also, I don't clear the frame buffer. So I think that is the relevant difference. I imagine what they're doing in OT is the RDP clears the frame buffer, while the RSP clears the depth buffer. And because I don't clear the frame buffer, it just doesn't help in my case, I think. It's the only explanation I have. Dude, I said the same thing. I looked at Ocarina of Time, I'm like, how is this not 60 FPS? How is this 30? This should be a 60 game. It seems so much easier to draw than Mario 64, like, most of the time. If you look at Hyrule Field, like, really, what's going on in Hyrule Field? How about... Oh no, we want them to kind of contrast with the Dory. How about this color for him? Maybe something more saturated? This? Maybe a darker one? I'm sure it could run at 30 if you optimized it a little bit. $22, 1, 0, 19. 19? Is this 19? Games are not isn't really any precise in terms of influence. Yeah. He is correct about that. No, it's not gonna use Marionette. That isn't an enormous help. That's surprising. I would think that's like probably at least 1.5 milliseconds of RDP time. Did I? I did not compile the game. Undefined reference to... Oh. Because I'm renaming Mario 64 functions to fit with my new coding guidelines. Yes, drawing the skybox should work as a frame buffer clear. That's kind of what I'm doing. If you look at this stage here, so what's going on is below the horizon line, just slightly below it stops. So like only the top 60% of the screen here actually has the frame buffer cleared. The bottom 40% doesn't have the frame buffer cleared. We just cleared the Z buffer and then demand that the game has watertight geometry in a way where it overrides the whole pixel buffer. That way you can stop clearing half the frame buffer, which is helping performance a lot. But it also means like... Oh, never mind, the skybox doesn't have this optimization yet. But if the skybox had that optimization and you did something like that, you would see a Hall of Mirror effect here. Ah, okay, that makes sense. From what Wise Guy showed me of Ocarina of Time, it looked like there's some serious inefficiency going on the CPU to the point where like that's probably causing issues. Yo, why? Yo, bro. You're clipping out of render. And I know why. Let's fix that. Was able to save for 800 CPU by fixing up collision. Holy shit. That is pretty bad. Sorry. Wow. Okay, but like, I mean, I hope we all just agree about this. Like, the more you clean up the CPU, the better the RDP performance also gets. Because I've had insane success just cleaning up CPU and getting slightly better RDP performance as a result. I've heard some of the homebrew folks like talk about it as though they are separate things, but on the N64 they're so close together you can't really separate them. I measure CPU performance improvements in RDP time. That's how little I care about CPU. I mean, actually, can I show this right now? Let me see. Yeah, let's see. It takes like 14 seconds for the profiler. The profiler averages 800 ticks. So the profiler takes a little bit to get going. And also, I probably waste like 2 milliseconds on just the profiler. But if you look at this, man, like, this is with infinite drawing distance. You can see the enemies right here move all the way over here, those 4 pixels. And still, we get like 8 milliseconds of CPU time. Well, all combined together, that's like 10 milliseconds. Without the profiler, it would probably be like 7 milliseconds or 8 milliseconds. And 8 milliseconds of idle time. So even with something ridiculous like unlimited drawing distance, computing animations all the way over here, you get nowhere near the CPU limit. For that reason, I'm just saying like the CPU is completely irrelevant. I do not care about the CPU cycle at all. I only care about its RDP impact. You can turn AA on. It does cost a little bit of FPS. It is true that the first level is a lot smaller than the others. So I didn't really like the color of this Yoshi. He didn't really look like this. Oh, I know why. Because this is the color. Generalization to flight context switches, I feel like can be sped up a bunch. Definitely. So I am planning to do that. Currently, Death Wizard is working on a complete replacement for Lib Ultra. So I want to wait until he's done with that. And then the plans I have is a OS running thread is just going to be stored on K0 permanently. It's never going to be off. All registers are going to be assumed to be 32-bit. 64-bit mid is going to be entirely gone. We just have a 32-bit OS. There's a couple more things, but those are the big ones. I also like killed probably 80% of the Ultra codes. I have a note on here that says something like this. Oh, right, and there's a few registers like GP, K0, something first aids. Cache invalidation for thread switching, definitely. We need to do hits, invalidate, fuck. What's the create dirty exclusive, that one. Also, this is a crazy one. Instead of a stack during the OS, I just want to have a fake stack with Create Dirty exclusive. Just use the cache as a stack to bypass memory entirely. Oh yeah, there's a few threads that don't use FPU, like the idle thread. I mean, the idle thread, we can just make it not do any floating point stuff at all, right? Alright, he looks kinda nice. Did you see the Mario Galaxy 64 finally came out? I did not. We still need to import Biobeck's new Yoshi, I think, right? Is this the same guy? This is not the same guy, look at this. This new guy will look a lot nicer. Let's see if it just works. Right, so this is a FAST64 issue where you can't put the GeoASM at the beginning. So we need to manually just do this. The glasses, there's gonna be one special Yoshi with glasses. Basically there's going to be, I think, 10 special colored Yoshi that if you talk to them they give you a special mission. They kind of work like the green stars in Mario Galaxy. Oh my god, he immediately looks so much more legit. Look at this. What a crazy difference. Although there is a weird dark part behind him here. What's that about? They all set primitive color. This is a big problem. We can be using primitive color here, I think. Oh well, we can be using primitive color, but not like that. Okay. This is fine. And then this function here needs to instead push a primitive color instead of this. So... I think 2 zeros in front. Oops. That worked. Nice. What kind is being used for color palette of this project? That question means nothing to me. I don't understand. We're using all the colors. Alright, Joshua's dark spot is gone, and he's using the correct colors. He looks so good, man. I love him. Now he just needs his own text box. Question, is this jump easy enough? I'm worried that people will have trouble with it. We could lower it a little bit. We should lower it a little bit. Maybe this is better. Are there moves in this game? Yes, there are more moves in this game than Mario 64. Just like the ground pound dive and Mario's down B from Super Smash Bros. Melee. And of course the ground pound jump. We still need to make a decent forest here. We definitely cannot have this be in the final game. Does he have the same down B in Smash 64? No way. If he has that same down B in Smash 64, that is even better. Because then I can be like, yeah, that's an N64 error thing. Look it up, nerd. Why are you coming at me? That would honestly make my game slightly better. Us Mario 64 Mario sticking to moving platforms. Matrix transformations. Isn't the ground pound dive kinda irrelevant considering you can just hit A plus B anytime to do it? No. No. The ground pound dive is you kinda stop in midair. Look at this, you can do this. Stop around, or you can do this to get started earlier. There is a usage to it, but maybe the usage eludes the average user. But yes, you can also just hit B and get something similar looking. The flat spray is a crime, man. How did I do that to Mario in Smash Bros? Oh, that actually looks a lot better with Dory now. Yes, you can BLJ. My one worry is that you can somehow get up here without Dory, but I don't see how. Oh, that looks so close. Wait, I think this is possible. Yeah, it's not possible. Alright, this is done. Oh yeah, it is in this down air now. Don't worry about allow for speedrun. I don't want to allow obvious skips in the speedrun. If there's a skip in the game, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna cry over it, but at least you need to work for it. You need to do something that didn't foresee. I miss you seen from above. Yep. This is probably the biggest overworld in a Mario game ever. But I think it will be worth it. The overworld itself is like 2 courses. There is probably around 20 stars in here. I actually love this overworld. The way we did this overworld has some really cool stuff. Like, what? Okay, I don't know what was going on there. Anyway, one thing I like a lot about the world is when you first get here, you see this lighthouse and the volcano, and you have like no way of going there. But then after you play through the game a little bit, you get around here, you get around here, you get around here, you find the cave, you go through the cave, you come out on the other side of the cave, and now you're by the lighthouse! How cool is that? You were teased about this from the get-go, and the volcano too. You can get into the volcano actually, and go into the volcano. I want the whole overworld to just feel like a place in the end. Anyway, time for prod 3. Oh, we need to program the lighthouse here too. I did not export. Yeah, the overworld of this game is actually almost kind of like a Zelda game in a way. How did you manage to render the coins in-game? They are 2D viewbits or 3D models? They are 2D billboards. A lot of people think they're 3D models, but they are not. So we can now has the final level? Nope. They don't have pallets. There's also stuff like the star over there. You see this like from the beginning of the game, but you can't reach it until after you beat the first puzzle level. Okay, so this overworld is fucking lame actually. One cool thing I wanna do with these swings is I wanna put Yoshis on it after you beat the first Bowser level. Graham made these, by the way. They're very nice. There has to be a BLG here. Huh. Maybe it's not that easy to BLJ. So there was planned to be one mission here where you collect, I think, silver stars before a timer runs out. I'm not sure, excellent gamer. That's pretty nice. I mean, some of the fruits look nice, like the watermelon and the grapes, but the strawberries look really poopy. There's 4 power-ups in the game, and 3 of them are new. Yeah, we need to do something about how empty the middle area is. I can't have that in the game. This feels pretty fun. And then from here you see into course 3. Do you see that? That's where course 3 is. But in course 3 you only see the other side and like it's mirrored. So this is like a one-way mirror. They're all like the wing cap. They're all timer based. Well, actually, 2 of them are timer based, and then 2 of them are ammunition based. Anyway, let's think about how to reduce the empty space here. Or is at the entrance and tries to charge you however many coins you have, +1 for entry. Too bad you'll need a ticket, and I'm selling to Stinky Ripper on the large noses. Mario gets into blocking the path when he gets close. You're shipping him outside, he runs away from Mario because he thinks Mario's accomplice of Wario. He's here to buy a ticket because he wants to free his family. Okay. That seems very complex. Right, we also have the ghostly boardwalk here, where the fog comes up as you go. The zipline has progressive speed and resistance. Oh right, and there's a clam puzzle here where it's like someone gives you instructions on how to get the thing, then you have to follow them. A Yoshi smoothie shop? What would that do? Nothing? Like the tea shops in Origami King? Where everyone's just yapping? Wait, there could be a smoothie shop that gives you like a hint on how to get one of the mini games. The way it works in Origami King is you can like order a tea and then there's like locals that talk and usually they have like a hint on how to find the secret item. That would kind of work. Waluigi is in this game. He is in Wario's Wildlife World in the level. And he's refusing to sell you a taco. That's all he does. And you can break his furniture. We have this. We have this. And we have this. Banana apple. We don't have a pepper, but we have the orange. Okay, but this is still empty. This is not good. Also, when I went in there just now, I did not see the cave to the level 5. Let me see if that's obvious or not. Okay, yeah, if you missed that, that's kind of on your own fault. Currently there's 193 stars planned, but obviously we're not gonna end it with 193, that'd be a weird number. So it might turn out 190, 195 or 200. Okay, that looks good enough. The way this is going to work is if you go in here, you will just be walled out. I need to program that actually. The sign looks a little messed up. Actually, the sign needs to change. This level is no longer called Big Boo's Cruise. It's called Bulgar Galleon. Also, this material is missing the fog. $165. It probably was 165 at some point. But things change. Program that can be used to tap speedruns. I have seen that. Well, I don't know how it works, but I have seen some scattershot runs. Did you make that sign? Maybe? Ugh. So this cliff is fine. This part is not fine at all. Let's see, are there any events we have planned for here? This one. The Boobla infestation, we need to program that. Bone Dragon, Part 4 Cave. The zoo. So it goes on your own over the stand restarts you one single star for 1000 coins. Using Star 164 DS? Yes, I know what that is. I am familiar with Skalox. He used to be a Mario 64 hacker. Time red coin. Well, this should be a silver star. Make the boost to the Mario World start with fog. No, we're not randomly mixing starts like that. We didn't make the sand bucket that he gets married to. I just realized. Beautiful pile of silicates. We need to program that stuff. Right, so part 3 message in the bottle to find the ice cap. No star spawns in at 10 stars. Yeah, actually we kinda need this. Let me gather everything I need to program for here. What are we listening to? We are listening to Ultimate Silly Playlist for Boost Energy. The start of the stream I just put in silly cat music and then autoplayed it. The beginners in this game, there will be Yoshi stars. They kind of function like green stars, but they aren't really. Honestly, there are not even boosts in this game, Jordan, except for Boonard and Buatrees, which both kind of just have their own design. Well, there will be a green Yoshi and he will give you Yoshi stars, but they are not gonna function like green stars. But there are boosts. What about Buatrees and Boonard? Don't forget those two. Daily Devils, you're gonna love Buatrees and Boonard. Look at this, right here, you see this very transparent thing? That's Buatrees, that's Boonard's wife. She is very shy. She's shy because the robot's looking at her. So you need to free her. And you can talk to her husband on course 3, which is right here. He said he's missing his wife. He wants her to come home. It doesn't give you any star for bringing her home, but it's like a cute little thing that happens that you can engage with. How good is Boonard? I think you will love Boonard. Boonard's like an old man. He just lives in his shack. He doesn't want to do anything except drink tea, fill out his taxes, and live in peace. He is very old. Doing your taxes is honestly not as bad as everyone said. I don't know why people bitch about it. Maybe I'm also old. Hello, Alf. What's so funny about the clip? The fucked up music? Is that the funny part? YouTube was like, we found the copyright thing here, you might want to replace that music. And I'm like, okay, fucking give me clown music then. And then when it inserted the music, instead of inserting the music normally, it fucked up my voice and inserted the music so loud. It's like, alright, well, fuck it. I guess that's the clip for today. Have you heard of Clowncore? I have not. He listened to sad clowncore. That kid was probably extremely based. You should have befriended him. Or her. It can be a girl too. Although, given the fact that this kid listened to sad clowncore, I have my assumptions. You know what? Sad clowncore playlist. Let's find out what this is. This is sad clowncore. This is 100% all AI, is it not? Okay, I'm done with sad clowncore. That is a gigantic banana, yes. Bro, I think your classmate just listened to fucking AI music all day. If he said sad clowncore. What the hell are you playing? This is a secret level that you can unlock in Mario 64 if you ground pound the moat outside the castle 120 times. But you need to be fast. You need to do it under 5 minutes. Otherwise it's not gonna unlock. Did you try anything strawberry that big? Yes, I actually prefer the bigger strawberries. How long do you think it would take me to eat that? So we're going to put 2 Yoshis on the swing here at some point. I think I want there to be something here. So it's an old true dad. We could further real descent in a little bit. Also, there's no grape here. Where did the 2 grapes go? Huh? I don't think I exported this. I think something went wrong. Yeah, I see what you mean, Daily Delphox. This level was started long before DK Bonanza came out, so it gives you those vibes. Then they took that from me. They saw what I was doing and were like, quick, make a video game before he does. And he cut the banana in half to wall jump in between. That's kind of a bang idea. That idea is kind of cooking. Yeah, we can add more plants, vegetation and stuff. This is not supposed to be like a final art pass anyway. This is just like to get the gameplay done for the overworld. It just needs to look acceptable right now. Makes the platforming a bit easier. Oh, Daily Delphox, I forgot about that. I'm ashamed to my family. The genuine mental hurdle, and you know, it sounds like a superhero. Why would you? I mean, that's what beta testing's for. I actually think my experience is kind of the opposite, that beta testing is almost used as a crutch, like not even being tried to get it right the first time, or to like get useful data, just like make a thing, just shit something together and then throw beta testing at it, and then you make the minimum change needed to frustration minimize it. And I hate that style. I use Windows 11. Well, it's still a horrible level right now, so that's not good. We could probably improve this a fair bit if we made the grass go up until here. Yeah. Well, we don't want that. Ah. How are you feeling about this? Much more colorful, right? It should be a little better. think the view of the ocean with the fruits is still up to plain though. I mean, once we have the water animated properly, maybe it will be a bit better. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Let me first take in the scenery. Units in the water further away. That could help. We need a few of those anyway. Oh yeah, this feels so much nicer to me right now already. Well, okay, once we have the water animated here, I think this is going to be a lot better. Trees, for sure trees. There won't be palm trees here. Coral, also for sure. Fishes, all that good stuff. I still need to add seagulls, actually. Alright. So, okay, next step is forget palm trees. I know, I've definitely embraced that version 1 of whatever demo I'll make will be kinda bad. So I know that when I send the beta tester a test build, until I'm like 50% done with beta testing, I imagine they will run into like really frustrating issues. Or sometimes I even purposely like do experimental designs where I'm not certain that they will work. And then like 90% of the time it won't work, but then like 10% of the time it does work. And that's where the magic happens. Yeah, that didn't work. Cool. Let's try that again. I love how you increase the emotional attachment to Dory. Yes. Dory is great. We love Dory in here. Dory is somehow one of the most popular Mario 64 characters in the community, despite it feeling like Nintendo doesn't care about her at all. They struck gold and they just threw it away. Did I not get banned? Well, not like that. What kills him? Just kidding. You're gonna fail to emotionally grip the player with Dory. The player has given no reason to her since they don't know her. She needs to do something nice to the player before being trapped to invest the player. But she's stuck. How's she gonna do something nice? Honestly, if we really wanted to do that, we could have her save Mario during the intro cutscene. Because during the intro cutscene, Mario's boat crashes. Dory saving you, honestly, would be kind of crazy. What game is this? Return to Yoshi's Island 64. We could definitely make Dory save the player. Guys, I've read somewhere that dinosaurs are not actually the source of fossil fuels. Is that true? Is it actually all just old trees? Have we been lied to? Or have I been lied to just recently? Yeah, this already looks a lot more juicy. Way better than before. Biomass, and there's a lot more plant-based biomass than animal-based. Yeah, that makes sense. That's between the corals, maybe. It seems like too difficult of a jump. So we are going to add a silver coin switch somewhere in here. And ideally you'd be able to get all the silver coins by just platforming over these fruits. So we could put the switch on here, and then 1 silver coin on each strawberry, and 1 silver star. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the apple. 4, and then 1 on the watermelon. 5. Or if we really wanted, we could only add 2 on the strawberries. And then number 5 is over here. I think that would work pretty well. I think that's a good silver star. I'm gonna same fruit, same you could have a jumpster. I think 3 strawberries is fine. You buy strawberries in bundles. Oh yeah, we should have beach towels that were left behind and sandcastles. I'm gonna add that to the list here. Beach towels that were left behind, sandcastles that were left behind. Sounds good, Zaina. Parasols? Not sure about parasols. Maybe, actually, you could have parasols that you can bounce on. Alright, let's add that to this too. Although we already used that in a different course as a mechanic, so maybe not. Beach chairs? Nah, we get pallets. They're Yoshis. They're too primitive chairs. I think the solution is to move the grape, not rotate the apple. But yeah, we still have to fine-tune the placement of things a little bit. Yeah. I don't like that I have 2 copies of the Silver Star Switch in different courses, but I think it has to be this way. Unfortunate. Well, actually, I can try to remedy that by loading the Overworld bank in this course. Actually, I don't care. I do not care. Let's just... It's fine. It will be fine, I hope. These are terrible export settings. I don't have to woofle, it just makes my life a little easier. It is a bad practice to do it this way, but it makes my life so much easier. So we might just have to deal with that. Did you forget crabs? Yes, I didn't add any crabs yet. Fine, I'll add crabs. Although this is the Yoshi side of things, so we're probably adding less crabs than in the first Overworld. This is a more civilized place. We're only adding 3. I'm not happy about this. I just have to make sure everyone knows that. When I think about it, will there be fishes in the water? Yes. I just haven't added any yet. I usually do like environment stuff like that at the end. To make a very basic video game, but I have never done any development before. Any idea what engine I should use? No, not really. Doesn't really matter, I think. I don't think I will ever make a big Mario hack that doesn't work on console again. There just doesn't seem to be a point. Why would I make it not work on console? This should be star ID 1, I think. We should make a table for that. Oh, we have one. Good thinking. We're thinking about if it works on console on average, how hard is it to go back when it's done to get to work on console? Should be fairly easy. I mean, if you base it on my engine, I think it will most likely already mostly work on console. That's true, Eddie. That's just because they were made on such old tools. If they were made with modern tools, they would work on console, but poorly. The Diadoxy creatures? Probably not. Oh my god, Mobs is so far behind on stream. Now he's talking about Clown Core. We moved on from that like 2 hours ago. Where's the ticking? Why is it not ticking? Now it's gone. And it didn't come back up? Okay, there's some issues. It didn't... What could that mean? Aha. And will you when you release the game, right? Yes, you are correct. I will make my engine public. Ideally, this will allow other people to contribute to it as well, and maybe find performance or stability improvements. So secrets like the kind you need to know is a report for usually. That's comforting on it. They usually don't have a coin floating on it. That's just a Romek thing that they made because they just didn't know how to make invisible secrets work. But I think invisible secrets have a lot of potential. They can be very fun. They're just done poorly so much that they got a bad rep for it. Okay, definitely needs more time. There's no way to increase the time here? Okay, that's problematic. Let's do that. And just give it 4 more seconds, 8 more seconds. Let's see. Hello, Bro Harvey. How are those 2 sign-outs looking that are not being made by yourself? Why does it need a timer? Because it's a Silver Star mission. Without a timer, it's boring. The side level Marty is working on looks amazing. The side level Isa is working on looks okay, but I think he's not working on it anymore. He kinda didn't put in the work I had hoped he would. So I'm not sure if I can use it or when I can get to it, or if I can use it. Let's see. So I'll definitely make all these fruit climbable in the end, by the way, so you're not gonna have the problem that Mario will slip and slide all over the place. So it is possible now, but it's still way too tight. Peach's Fury is a very different game. Whoa! I don't like that. Few more seconds. I was thinking 8 more seconds. Let's increase it by 8 and beat this as slow as like a complete noob would. Jordan, I think we'll be held to a much higher standard than the vanilla Mario 64 game, so we cannot make bullshit stores like that. The climate around video games has changed a lot since then. Back then, you could make bullshit and people had only one video game to play, so they were like, well, I guess I'm gonna spend all my afternoon solving this bullshit. But now people don't do that. They're like, this fucking sucks. Why would I play this? I'll just complain online or find a solution online or play something else, because you know I didn't pay any money for this. I'm not very committed to this. True, games do suck more nowadays. Okay, I don't like the shadow here. We'll do that. So now they should have the shadow in the right place as they move. Kinda Zimzam, yeah. That's not wrong. So right now I'm trying to beat this slowly to like see how this would play out for a bad player. Maybe they even missed this jump here. You think that's slow enough? I think maybe that's enough time. Like, I played that poorly on purpose, and I still kinda made it. With about a second to spare. I think it works. I think we can consider this done. Did I not have this written down? Okay. Well, there we go. 1 or 2 more seconds. I think it's... I mean, this is what beta testing is for, genuinely. This is like, okay, well, if the people can't do this well enough in the beta test, we'll add a second or 2 more. But for now, I'm feeling comfortable with this time limit. And if it's actually bad, then during testing I'll just add a second or 2 more. I don't think I want the pepper actually. Alright. Good progress. I think next time we work on this, we might have to already program the lighthouse, which means I also have to do the inside of the lighthouse, because I forgot to do that actually the first time around. So, yes, I think I'm done for today, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye!